it's Nicole from Nicole Loves Nails. Welcome to my channel. So the Band of Misfits release is a 4 polish collection that are all shades that were previously supposed to be released, but never actually got released and are getting like a special release. As far as I'm aware, this collection is not limited edition, so if any of the polishes sell out, they will be restocked. So before we get into today's video, I got a couple of things to mention, and the first being, if you are new around here, hi, my name is Nicole. It is wonderful to meet you, and thank you very much for clicking on today's video. Do consider hitting subscribe if you enjoy nail polish and lifestyle related content. I upload new videos every single week on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and I also go live every Sunday. If you're in fact a returning subscriber, welcome back. How are you doing? I am really hoping that this video makes it onto being a bonus video for this week, but if not, this is going to be Saturday's video. So I was gifted this collection by Mooncat NPR, so this video is not sponsored, but of course, as always, all thoughts and opinions are my own. So down in the description box, I will have links to where you can purchase these polishes on the Mooncat website. Mooncat does ship internationally from the US, so if you're outside the US, you know, you can still pick these up. Mooncat also has a few international stockist pages, which I'll also have linked in the description box. I will also have links to the Mooncat social media pages, my social media pages, as well as a link to my blog post on NicoleLovesNails.com, where I host all of my swatch photos, as well as provide a written review. And of course, timestamps are down there as well. Let's just get into this video. First up, we have Heavy Metal, which Mooncat describes as being a sheer white lacquer filled with an ultra fine silver holographic glitter flake, as well as icy blue shimmer. Metal was kind of a surprise for me. In the bottle, I did not really think that this was going to be anything special. On that first coat, I was like, okay, this is looking pretty nice. And once I got on that second coat, I was absolutely in love. This is an incredibly sheer white base. It is so sheer that you don't really see a ton of that base color on that first coat. You really need to build this one up. And even built up in 3 coats, you still have very obvious visible nail line. And I really feel like the majority of the opacity for this one is coming from the shimmer and the holographic flakes. The holographic in here behaves more like a flaky versus a glitter, so it does not dry down like super textured. I use 1 coat of top coat and that smoothed everything out really nicely. I did notice for this one that the shimmer has a blue to purple color shift. It's not like the most like in your face color shifting moment because it's, you know, it's just blue to purple, but it's not just blue. There's also a purple color shift in here as well. This one is so sheer. I was kind of curious to see how it would look as a topper. So what you're seeing here is in 1 coat over black and in 3 coats on its own. Removal for this one is going to be very messy, but not the most difficult thing ever. Would still recommend the soak off method for this one, but you could scrub it off if you really wanted. And now we have Moonicorn, which the brand describes as a light lilac lacquer filled with a green shimmer and micro holographic glitter. Moonicorn had a fantastic formula. It was a little bit on the thicker side, but not so thick that I had a difficult time with application. I would say the base on this is somewhere between being a crelly and a cream. It's not a jelly, so you can definitely build this one up to reach full opacity. I don't generally gravitate super strongly towards lilac, so I was kind of like undecided on how much I was going to like this one. I feel very confident that if it wasn't for that beautiful shimmer and that subtle twinkle of holographic, I probably would have said,
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
This one was kind of boring for me. I found that the shimmer is both delicate but also strong. Like, I feel like the polish in itself is a very delicate looking color. I was able to reach full opacity with this one in 2 coats. I feel like I could see like a little bit of visible nail line. So if you have longer nails than me or you kind of don't like that kind of look, you might want to go in for a 3rd coat. Nothing in here is going to dry down textured. Removal will be very easy, and I had no issues with staining. And now we have Spaceoddity, which the brand describes as a multi-chrome flaky lacquer that shifts shades of berry pink, purple, orange, and green. Based on bottle shots, this was the polish in the release I thought was going to be my absolute favorite. Surprisingly, it was not in fact my favorite one from the release. Don't get me wrong, it is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely love this like magenta-ish kind of base color. It is so dang pretty, and the flakies look absolutely gorgeous in the base. I just feel very confident that I have purchased things very similar to this in the past, so like it wasn't my favorite for that reason. The flakies all spread very evenly and easily without giving off any major texture. I found that 1 coat of top coat smoothed everything out really nicely for me. I will note, as far as the flakies go, the vast majority of the time you're mainly going to see like a pinky purple color on the nail. I was able to see a little bit of orange at extreme angles, but I was not picking up any green on the nail. I'm gonna call Spaceoddity a 2 to 3 coater depending on personal preference. I used 2 coats for my full-hand swatches, but I could see some folks wanting to add a third. Removal for this one is going to be a bit more on the difficult side, not as difficult as say like a glitter, but there are flakies in here, so it's going to be rather messy. Use the soak off method or a peel off base coat. And last but certainly not least, we have Sin Eater, which the brand describes as a deep wine purple lacquer filled with a subtle color shifting red to orange to green shimmer. This is going to be one of those polishes where I would say do not judge it on the first coat, and especially don't judge it on the second coat. On the first 2 coats, I found the coverage to be very uneven and patchy. I was really questioning why this polish was released a little bit, because like it did not look good in my personal opinion.
You know, that's just my opinion. Everybody got an opinion.
However, once I added the third coat, I was like, okay, I see what they were doing. This is freaking beautiful. Being as someone who does not generally like base colors like this, there's just something about the base color paired with the shimmer that I just really enjoyed, and I did not expect myself to like this one nearly as much as I did. The shimmer is a larger particle size, so it kind of looks like a micro glitter on the nail, but you don't get any of the texture like you would a glitter. As far as the color shifts go, I was mainly just seeing a red to orange color shift on my nails. I saw like a hint of green at very extreme angles, but for the most part I was just seeing a red to orange color shift. It is going to be fairly easy but a little bit messy, and I had no issues with staining. Alrighty, so final thoughts. When I originally got these polishes in the mail, I was kind of undecided on what I thought of each individual polish. My personal preferences lie very heavily towards pinks, purples, and blues, so I feel like the release as a whole did in fact have like all of my preferred nail polish colors. Well, most of them, I should say. Despite all of these polishes coming from like different releases that Mooncat did in the past, I do feel like the color story as a whole is very conducive? Cohesive! There we go. I do think that the color story is very cohesive, and the polishes do look really nice together. And of course, I also very much appreciate these polishes are not limited edition. And I also really do appreciate that this is a smaller non-limited edition release, because I feel like we've had a couple of really big releases in the past couple of months from Mooncat. So I feel like on the customer perspective, it's nice having like a smaller release that's a bit more budget friendly versus then, you know, like 12 polishes. I originally thought Spaceoddity was going to be my top pick from this release because, you know, it's pink. I like pink, I like flakies. I probably have quite a few polishes that are fairly similar to it, so like it didn't wow me as much as I expected it to wow me. The surprise wow me from this release ended up being Heaven Metal. I don't know what was going on with me the day I swatched this, but like there was just something about like the shimmer was shimming, the hollow was hollowing, the stars aligned and just made me very happy, and I really love that one. I used to really hate sheer polishes, so whenever like a super sheer polish is like my favorite from a release, I always have like a moment of like,
you sure about that? You sure about that?
Is it though? Is it really though? But yeah, really, I really enjoyed that one. But again, that one's super sheer. You can definitely use it as a topper if you want to go that route as well. So I would love to know what everyone else thought of this release. Are you planning on picking it? Have you already picked it up? What are your thoughts? I always love hearing from you all. And all these polishes, again, are available right now on the Mooncat website. Pricing for each polish is between $14 and $15. And there is a special discounted bundle listing up for $54 if you want to pick up all 4 polishes. Before we end today's video, I want to give a very special shout out to my channel members. Besties, thank y'all so dang much. You guys are truly amazing. Your names, of course, are all on the screen right now. If you'd like to sign up for my channel memberships, I have a link for that down in the description box. But please don't feel pressured to sign up for my channel memberships. Just, you know, like the video, comment, share, subscribe, all of the things. And seriously, we are good around here. Just thank you all so very much for watching today's video. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Thanks again for watching the video. See you in the next one. Bye!